Well, it's that time again. The speculation about who the Republican nominee for president will select as a vice presidential running mate. Like most of those in the press, we call it the Veepstakes here at Human Events. Trying to guess who Mitt Romney will pick to share his ticket and, if elected, be a heartbeat away from the presidency. It's an important choice. Lately, the punditocracy and the blogosphere are ripe with discussion and speculation about who the soon-to-be Republican nominee will pick. And the speculation has ratcheted up quite a bit because some say Governor Romney should make his choice this week. The argument goes that it will take away from some of the criticism about his business background and from some of the invective that's coming at him from 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue and his opponent-to-be. Sounds like they're going at it pretty well already. The counter-argument to that was advanced to me by a United States Senator this morning. Republicans and Democrats always need a bump from their national convention. That's right. The National Convention gives the candidate a major leap forward in the polls, usually on the day that it closes. And it helps if there's some suspense when the party meets to ratify who voters in primaries and caucus have picked as their nominee for the most powerful office in the land. So the senator said Mitt Romney should do it later rather than sooner. As for the choices, no one really knows because no one is really on the inside. It could be a game changer, a Marco Rubio, senator from Florida, or Governor Susana Martinez of New Mexico, someone I interviewed just last week. Or it could be former Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice. Even after Dr. Rice has said she would not accept the nomination, a Rasmussen poll showed her favorability about 2/3 of the American electorate. That's impressive. Or it may well be a choice that Romney is comfortable with and the public could see as a president should that day come. John Kennedy made that decision when he picked Lyndon Johnson as his running mate. Ronald Reagan did the same when he picked George H.W. Bush back in 1980. I remember that night at the Detroit convention quite well. In this case, Governor Romney is not likely to pick a former opponent, but someone that he's worked closely with. The two Ps are the names that usually come to this list. Senator Rob Portman of Ohio. Romney owes Portman big time, is what someone sent me on Twitter the night of the Ohio primary. That's because the very popular senator campaigned hard for the former Massachusetts governor and was pivotal in delivering the Buckeye State's primary votes to him in a very close race. In addition, Senator Portman is someone who has served as budget director and U.S. trade representative. He's been vetted for some of the highest responsibilities in government, and pretty much people could see him as a potential president. There would be no worries if he were a heartbeat away from President Romney. The other name that comes up is also a P. Former Minnesota Governor Tim Pawlenty. Now, he didn't fare so well as a presidential candidate, but he has Mitt Romney's trust and has been a very key part of his campaign through the primary season. He's won twice in a very difficult state, the Gopher State of Minnesota, and has a generally conservative record on economic and cultural issues. The fact that he isn't well known is beside the point. People say he's qualified for the top job as well. Do I have an inside track on who the nominee will be? I don't even know when it will be, but it certainly is fun to speculate, and the final choice will be exciting.